Oh, for fuck's sake. I think I'll lick me bollocks, because I can. It's a dog's life, I tell you. Oh yeah, that's way better. I think they really need a good clean. Fucking right into it then. What are you fucking looking at? Ah, he's making another fucking video, for fuck's sake. Pace, just behave yourself, okay? Cut the language out. Good dog, Poe. Good girl. Don't listen to him. No, get back in. Come on, back in. That's right, lick everybody's ass because you're dogs and that's what dogs do. Here you go. Brothers and the occasional sister, welcome to my paddock. My awesome paddock. Okay, you can stop listening. Get out of your Poe. I just gave her a duck's egg. She's looking in my pocket for more. You're not getting any more, mate. That's it. That's enough. Anyway, I hope this finds you well. It's my second video today because I can, because it doesn't really matter, and because I don't have to edit it, and because it's a piece of piss to pick up the phone and just talk to you guys like I'm talking to an old friend, and that's how it feels. Particularly as I've got to know quite a few of you. Anyway, something that came into my mind which I wanted to address because I think that it might be useful to somebody to hear that they're not the only person with this problem. I have a very, very close friend. He's actually a highly intelligent bloke and he doesn't live here, and I go and stay with him sometime over the hill. And I regularly go and stay with him. I haven't been there for a while, but I'll probably be heading away Christmas time. Spend a few days. We'll do a bit of fishing, a bit of hunting if it's not too hot. Shoot the shit. Get on really well. And he's a clever bastard. You know, I like him because I can pick his brains, and he's way smarter than me, and he's really creative, and he makes all his own stuff himself. He's a clever bastard, yeah, he's real clever. He can fix up your truck if it breaks down, knows what he's doing, and he's good fun. But the only thing is, he never ever comes and stays with me. I go and stay with him, but he won't come and stay with me. And every time I say, hey bro, you've got no excuse, it's not like you've got bloody dogs. Like I've got livestock, and I've got dogs, and I've got ducks and chickens, and I just can't get away. It's really hard for me to get away. I've got to get my brother Tristan here to look after the dogs, or somebody else if I want to go away somewhere. So this weekend I'm going to go and stay with my friend Kim, and I'm going to hunt with one of my patrons, Kev, and somebody else. And that's going to be cool because I've got someone to look after the chickens and ducks, but I'm taking my dogs with me. But it's hard for me to get away anyway. So I said to him, why don't you ever come and stay with me? There's no excuse. You've got no livestock, you live alone. I mean, I'll even shout you the ticket. He said, oh, it's not that, mate. And I realised on my last visit it's because he's really uncomfortable and he's really anxious when he's at someone else's house. Like he's good in his own comfort space, his own place, and he feels comfortable, but when he goes and stays somewhere else, he doesn't sleep well, his stomach gets upset, and he has an anxiety around that. And I got to thinking about that and how horrible that must be, to be stuck in your own place and you're only in your own comfort, you can't get out. So last time I saw him, I broached the topic. I said, bro, what does it feel like if you are at someone else's house? What would it feel like? I mean, you trust me, you know me. He said, it's not that. He said, I don't sleep well. I don't digest my food well. I can't relax. It's horrible. And I end up coming home stressed out and tired and worn out, and get out of there. Oh, Pukeko, just Poe lifted a Pukeko. Good girl. And I said, bro, I feel for you. And that explains why he smokes so much of the old electric broccoli. He's trying to calm himself down. Anyway, I got to thinking, why would somebody be like that, and what would it be? And I don't know, but I imagine that somewhere in their childhood, and this is only a guess, and I'm putting it out there, you guys would, one of you out there will know the answer to this. I've just been trying to work it out with him because I'd dearly like him to come and stay here, but I'm certainly not putting any pressure on him to come here. I reckon in his growing up years, he hasn't been safe somewhere, and that's sort of imprinted in his survival part of his brain, and he's like always on high alert that something could happen because he's grown up in an environment that hasn't been safe. And so that was what I thought, and I sort of, I don't know, just trying to make things better as I always do and fix my mates up. And so I haven't actually broached that topic with him. And even if that is the case, I don't know if it's fixable, but it's just fucking sad. It's just sad. It's like, you know, that people can't be that comfortable because of something that's happened maybe. Or maybe that's not the case at all. Maybe it's something completely different. Maybe he smoked too much electric broccoli, or maybe he fell on his head once, or who the fuck knows. But anyway, it's got to be difficult, doesn't it? Because getting away and going and staying with people is fun. I've got a mate Richard who I try to see when I can. Just against the livestock. I went and stayed with him and shot a tar. And I used to regularly go and see my friend Kim. I love staying with her. It's always fun. And yeah, I've got a few mates when I can get away. What are your thoughts on that, guys? And if you're someone who's like that, have you found a way around it? Have you found a solution for it? Because I'd love to offer my mate a solution. If you know anything about how to fix that sort of a problem, is that what anxiety is? Or is it something else? Don't know. What are these dogs looking at down here? They're looking for rats and mice, I think. There. Your thoughts? And if you do an answer to that problem, if you've been uncomfortable or anxious staying at someone else's place, or when you go somewhere, or even when you're going on a mission, what's your fix to the problem? And is there a fix? Or is that just what it's always going to be like for people like that? Yeah. Wouldn't it be an absolute blessing to go through life with no idiosyncrasies or things like that stop people from being their absolute best version of themselves? Because I'm sure that we all could be a lot better. What are these dogs chasing after now? I reckon they're after the rats, hey, because there's rats in this grass down here. Look at old nut bouncing around. God, it's a beautiful night. Just a cracking night. I've been fiberglassing. See the boat on the hill up there? I've been underneath that fiberglassing. I got up at 5 this morning and did a photo shoot when the sun was coming up, and then went fishing early, and then I made a video for you guys, and I caught nothing because I didn't go far enough. Although there were some guys beside me that actually were using squid and they did catch something, so I don't know how that works. Maybe the slow jigs weren't doing it, but I was putting plenty of burley out. And then I come in and I've been working on that bloody thing, which I've sort of inherited from my dad. And it's a lot of work. We're putting strakes on, and it's just because when they put the fiberglass on it, they do it upside down when they build the boat. They have it so the boat's upside down and then it's flat. But now the boat's up the right way and it's on a cradle. I'm fiberglassing upside down, and you can imagine what that's like. It's gravity wants it to all come down your face. It's a shit of a job, really. Anyway, that was a question I want to put to you. Keep walking through the paddock. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the driveway, because this grass is so big to walk down. I really need to be getting a hay in, because I mean we're getting seedy now. This is the time to be doing it, really. At least we haven't got too much yellow top in there. It's not bad. There's a lot of clover in there, as you can see the clover, and some of it's a bit stalky, but some of it's pretty damn good. We're probably going to get out for another fish later in the week. I'm going to start doing a few fishing videos, and if any of you guys got any good fishing tips, always keen to hear them. One of you said in the last video today that you've caught quite a few 20-pound snapper. I've never ever caught a 20-pound snapper, and when you consider how much fishing I've done, it just shows you what a useless fisherman I am. It's also because I don't have a boat. I only can go out, you can't go that far out in a kayak, so I'm on this side of the fence and you guys are walking through the long grass, because I'm a human, you're a dog. Anyway, I've caught, I think the biggest I caught was about 12. Didn't weigh it, but it's probably about that big. Biggest salmon I caught was 15-pound. Yeah, never caught a big snapper. And to be honest, I don't really want to catch big fish, because they're not good eating, purely because they've spent a whole lifetime gathering all those heavy metals and mercury and shit, so that's not good for you. And also, it's like they've made it that long, and I don't know, at my age, it's like, well, some of them are 50 years old, 60 years old, they snap it. It's like, feels a bit stink, hey? I don't know why that is. In theory, it should be like, you've had a fucking good life, give you the knife, and the young ones, they actually should be the breeding ones. I don't know. That's just human humanness, isn't it? Sort of, you relate to ourselves. Us human beings, we're funny bloody creatures, aren't we? Our rationale for doing some things and other things, like I've killed thousands of goats when I was a culler. When I was young, I used to cull goats. I don't know how many hundreds of goats I killed. But now I've got 2 fucking goats that are pets up at the boathouse that young Lucas dropped off. And do you think I could cut their throats? No. I love them. Even though they've gone and completely ruined the mattresses, they broke inside the bloody houseboat. How the hell goats move a sliding door with their hooves? Like, how do they do that shit? They're clever bastards. And they've got on there, they've opened up the bloody door, got inside, and they've pissed on the bloody mattresses. And pooed on the floor. Made a fucking huge mess up there. A horrible mess. It's like, oh, jeez. So now I'm going to replace the mattresses. But do you think I can kill those goats? No. Yet I've killed hundreds of them. So where's the logic? Attachment, that's what it is. It's human attachment. We become attached to something. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad as we get attached. And I've actually also had pet pigs. You know, I'm a pig hunter, so there you go, figure. Yeah. Oh, good hare over in the paddock over there, just bounced off. So you're not allowed to shoot the hares over at Harry's for some reason. Well, Harry's gone now, he's gone to the next life, but for some reason he never used to let me hunt the hares in there. And the hares have grown up knowing that that's a safe zone. If I see another one, I'll zoom in because they're big bastards, like they're big. And hare, completely different to rabbit, tastes quite nice. I'll see if I can find another one for you, just a heap over there. It's a bit sneaky look down the rows. See the old ears poking around. A hare is one animal that I didn't get it on film, I tried to, that I've shot with a blowgun. And I've shot about 4 rabbits with a blowgun. And I've actually filmed that. I've got on my main channel, it was a black rabbit and we used the night vision to shoot it. There's a few pukekos down there. Yeah, they're bastards. They kill everything. Kill all the native ducks. Oh, we've got to, I'll pan down. It's not focusing very well, but there's a rabbit in the background there. Not a hare. You can see that rabbit just... Oh, she's not going to focus. There it goes. And a few pukekos sneaking away. There's probably more in the paddock than I can see too. It's just one of the rows. Those apple trees have all been taken out. They're all dead. A whole nut's worked out the hole of the fence. And he's sneaking away. Bloody clever dog. There's one hole in the fence and he's found it. Now he's gone up the end there. Bloody dog. There's a rabbit running up there too. He'll chase the old rabbit. See that rabbit bouncing along up there? Yeah. There he goes. Just sneaking past. Like I can't see. Oh, I'm watching you, mate. Isn't that manuka flower just beautiful? Wow. Man, it's cool. Right down the driveway, right down here. Heaps. Just walking up to the new shed. I've been going in here every day and just sitting there and having a bit of a dream. I've been imagining things. I've been imaginating that I had a... That's not a word, it's a word I made up. Imaginating. I've been imaginating that I've got a V8 Land Cruiser. I sat the other day and I just pictured it there. Like, I pretended it was there and I could almost feel it was there. And I was like just imagining this gunmetal grey with a lift kit, and a winch in the front and a snorkel. Obviously I've got a snorkel. And all the stuff. Big 3-inch pipes, and just imagining what it would look like there. And you know, sometimes dreaming about shit is even as good or as better even than having it. Get a nut! He's sneaking out. Get a nut! Oh, he's coming. Good boy! Good dog, Nut. Come on! Come on! Come on, Nut! Here, Nut! Get in here, Nut! Here, Nut! Stop to eat some shit on the way. Good boy! Good dog! Good boy! Praise him for coming. Good boy! Good dog! Come on, Nut! Not down there, mate. Over here. Come here, Nut. Come on. Where are you going? Come in here. Come here, boy. I can see you sneaking behind there. Get in here. Good boy. Where are you? Oh, there you go. What you doing, hey? Hey. No, come back in. Nut, come here, Nut. You're still learning. Come here, Nut. Okay, that's good. Not so difficult, eh? You good boy. There's a good dog. Always praise a dog for coming. No matter how bad they're being, always give him a pat. Otherwise, next time when you call him, he won't come. There's a good dog, aren't you? Can't teach an old dog new tricks. We're doing pretty good so far. You know how to get through the fence, don't you, Pace? But you're being a good boy. And Pay, well, she's just biding her time somewhere. Oh, there she goes. What are you doing, Nut? Hey? Well, I think we've got a big hare down there now. Gonna zoom in. Get a Nut! Get back in here, Pace! I want them to see what I can see, but I'm pretty sure it's a hare out there. That looks like a hare distance. Oh, she's not going to focus, but I'm pretty sure that's not a rabbit. I reckon it's a... Yeah, that looks like a hare to me. Yeah, it could be a rabbit, hard to tell. A bit far off, and I'm as blind as a bastard without my glasses. Oh, Pace, you found the hole too? Fucking right, I did, man. I knew it was there. I knew where it is. I can find me hole. Okay, we'll just watch your mouth, okay? Okay, Pace? Good dog. Did you go through this little hole here, did you? No, fuck I did. I'm a good little doggy. I wouldn't do that. I didn't go through that hole. I think you did. You went through there, didn't you, eh? Eh? Mm-hmm. I'll pose staying on the right side of the fence. I don't know why these Parries haven't got any babies. Every other duck's got babies except these two. Oh, there's a big hare running right across the top. He just missed him. Right across the top there. Oh, there goes his ears. Is he still there? No, he's gone. He was just running down the top there. Yeah, missed him, he's gone. Big hare. Might sneak up the top and see if he's still there. Come back in, Nut. Come back in. Good dog. Decided against that idea because my neighbour's over there and the dog see the hare. It's a bit different to a rabbit. They'll chase a hare, eh? Something in the blood. Something in the blood. Right, I'm going to go and have a wee sit down in the shed. Oh, I brought the old Toyota down here to do a bit of work on it. Come on. Come in here, dogs. Come on. I'll keep an eye on you down here, can't I? Yep. This is it. This is the lockout part, although I've got the door open down there. And this is the window. I've already showed you the shed. I'll come down every day right there. And there's the view, the mountains, Mount Arthur. Yep. And a chair that I like to park up. Sometimes I come down with my harmonica and I make some music here. And other times just come down and hang out with these guys. Yeah, that's right, boy. You think I was going to play the harmonica? You sung last time, didn't you, eh? Yeah, having a bit of a bail up. Bit of a bail up. Good dog. Yep, I love you too, mate. Yep, getting in the love. Okay, look, sit down, mate. You're climbing all over me. Get down, Pope. Down you go. Come on, down you go. That's a good dog, Pace. You know how to behave it. You stay down. You stink like shit. You've been eating shit, haven't you? You smell like poo. Okay, calm down. Just calm down a bit, Po. Oh, nuts. Bailing up. That's a good boy. Just chilling for a bit. Just talking to the bros in the Broadshed Club. Yeah, just having to talk about anything that comes into my mind tonight. You know, it's funny. Once upon a time, when I was a young man, and if it was a Friday night or a Saturday night, I'd be always like, had to go out somewhere. And now I couldn't tell you whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday or Monday because I work 7 days a week and I don't care on the weekends whether I'm at home by myself or don't have to go anywhere. And you get to a stage, where you always like want to go somewhere when you're younger on a Friday, Saturday night, and you feel like if you're not, you're missing out on something. But then as you get older and you get more content, you're actually happy just to sit and just hang out with your dogs or just talk shit to your camera and send it to a bunch of mates like I am. It's funny, you just don't really want to go. Well, I don't want to go and socialise. Maybe there's other guys my age that do, but I don't really have that need to go out drinking and partying it up at all. Hey, dogs. Yes, dogs can tell when you're happy, like they're all wagging their tails. They're all like looking at me like happy as. The body language is good. There's no aggro going on. And I always watch Pace because he's the troublemaker. Yeah, I'm talking about you, buddy. He's the troublemaker. Check this little guy out. Sit down, Po. Sit down. Sit down. He's like, they're all hanging around here. Got big old boy. Got Po down here trying to get some love. Good girl. And where's Pace gone? Where's he gone? Oh, he's down there just wagging his tail. There I go. I'm a good little doggy. Whoa, Yeah, we're just chilling. I think he's telling me to get going. Okay, all right, we'll get going. I want to sit down and park up there, but you want to go, don't you, mate? Whoa. Yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. That's a good boy. You want to go, mate? I won't go and play going. We're just going for a walk around the farm. We'll go back out of here. So, the old Land Cruiser, 70 series, 1990. Let me pan around and show you this beast. She's got the winch on the front, the electric winch. And I made the lift myself. Looks a bit rough. One of my mates wanted to cut these off, but you can actually make it go higher if you want to. And it's got a bit of rust, surface rust. She's pretty rough, but she's a Land Cruiser in the 70 series. I've got to get the paint done again because as you can see it's a bit fucked. Like that was the lacquer. That was put on like... I paid $9 for this. Probably, God, 15 years ago. Yep, there's no rats in there, Pace. Why do you think there's a rat in there? There's a fucking rat. Why are you going to get it? Don't write to us. Where's it gone? It's inside there. Why do you think we can smell it? Fuck me, there's a rat. Where's your rat gone? Don't get your paws stuck there, mate. There has been rats in there, that's why he's doing it. Wouldn't surprise me if there was one in there, actually. And she's got a 4.2 naturally aspirated engine. And she's a cracker. It needs a bit of work. It's got a lot of things doing before it can go on the road. And because I haven't got an exempt, it might not ever go on the road again. But it is a 70 series Land Cruiser. It needs to have new windows. These are plastic cheap ones that don't lock up. And there's a lot of stuff missing. Yeah, she's a good wagon. I love it. But it's old and it's... I don't know what I'd get it for now. The engine's good. The gearbox is good. There's a few things that could be, done. You probably could get... I don't know what you'd sell it for. What you doing up there, Pace, eh? Hey? You want to come up on the roof here? Up here, buddy. Come up here. It's down, okay. Alright. Come on, let's go. Poe's probably found a rat. They're all buggering off up to there to it. Where the bloody hell's Nut gone? Where's he gone, Pace? Where's Poe? Can't see him anywhere. Oh, I think they're over in this long grass. You can lose them so easy because it's so high. I'm pretty sure I saw something jump up there. So over here, that's the pump shed, and that's a well. That's where we get our water from. It pumps it up to a reservoir up the top, and then it goes back to the house. I've got to pay for it because it doesn't belong to me. And that's a little outhouse, a little toilet. Tiny little toilet. That's what they used to use, and always a big fuck off big old hole in the ground. You just poop in that and then put a bit of lime over the top. Oh, there you go. Cool. I talked in a previous video with you guys. I told you a story about Fred, who was the lead singer of a band. He had a good voice. He played good keyboards too. I think Fred was Dutch, and how he told me that I wasn't a good guitarist. And they kicked me out of the band. I don't know if you saw that video, and I talked about how all my dreams and aspirations were based on becoming a musician. This is when I was 20. What are you eating there, Pace? You got a dead rabbit, haven't you? Yeah. Dogs are bloody scavengers. Where'd you get that from, mate? I bet you a hawk killed that. Little baby rabbit. I don't stop my dogs from scavenging, but I do stop when they've got two males and there's a bit of food. Dogs scavengers just like wolves. It's part of their thing, and people say, oh, you got to train them not to. They're always going to scavenge. And on the farm, and people say, oh, they might eat a dead possum in some 1080, and then they're going to eat that. Well, I just don't take my dogs where it's been 1080 drops, period. I just don't do that. I never had a problem. Anyway, back to the story of that dream and that aspiration I had when Fred said, you're out of the band. They didn't even tell me. I just rocked up there. They'd had a band meeting, and unbeknown to me, they'd kicked me out. And I stopped believing in myself for a while that I was going to be a decent musician. And I had absolute despair, and I was in a job I didn't really want to be in, and had nothing to dream of, and I felt myself really sink down low. And I was thinking about the story I was telling you guys after I told it, and I think, well, I don't know this, but clinical depression, which is just like having any disease, whether it's cancer or diabetes, it's a disease. It's a chemical process, and it's triggered by one of three things. It's triggered by trauma that happens. It's triggered by what you ingest. That means either the food you're eating, or drugs you've taken in, or you smoked, anything you've ingested. Or the third thing it's triggered is by your thoughts. So any one of those three things, or it could be all three combined. So this is a causation. And I was thinking about how I felt despair. I didn't sink into what I would class as clinical depression, but or maybe I did. Maybe it's so long ago I can't remember, but I just couldn't find joy in anything. And it got me thinking about this and people that suffer from depression. And I don't know, but when I relate to my own despair, I think a lot of people's depression is because they're not living their truth. They're not living what it is that they're in a situation in life they've got into, which isn't really vibrating with who they are and what they're supposed to be doing.
they're with somebody in a relationship they really shouldn't be into, or they're in a job they really shouldn't be doing, or they're living somewhere where they really shouldn't be, or they're just not quite being who they're really supposed to be. Maybe they've changed themselves to try and fit in and please people and get more love. But because that's how I felt when I was told you can't play music and it's not going to be. And you know, as soon as I got over that hump and started believing myself, I went, fuck it, fuck you, Fred, and I started playing again and found a way to start believing in myself. That despair lifted and my life was back on track, and I was being who I really was. And I think for me that was the answer. I'm not saying it's for everybody, because I understand that clinical depression is a lot more complicated than just that, but that moment of despair and feeling so bad, it's kind of given me some insight into people that feel bad maybe all the time. Maybe they're not quite living their truth of who they're supposed to be, or maybe it's something that's unresolved from the past, or maybe it's something chemically induced, maybe it is a trauma that's happened, or maybe it's just a negative thought pattern they've got into. I don't know, but from my own experiences, I do think if you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing, and with who you're meant to be with, and in your own body of community and people around you, that the worst thing is loneliness, being alone. And I got to tell you, I have been alone when I've had thousands of people around me, and I've been completely alone and felt completely content and loved, and when there's been nobody there at all. Isn't that weird? I spent Christmas one time, I was in Germany in the town of St. Ingbert. It was 1991, and I was in this town. I was a young man, 27 years of age, and I looked out the window across a family, across the Straße, and there was a father and a mother and two kids, and they were opening presents, and I was in this musician's room, and I just finished playing a concert to hundreds of people when I walked off stage, and I went up to my room and I felt so fucking alone, and I'd just been around people all day and all night, and as soon as I got in that room and saw that family and watched them celebrating Christmas, I thought about my home back in New Zealand and how far I was away from home and the reality of who I was. But then I would also be in a situation where I had people all around me, and I'd still feel really, really lonely. Like I'd be in a room full of people and feel alone. And I think that's also something similar when you're not in the right place where you're meant to be. That might sound like a little bit of a sort of a contradiction to what I'm saying, but my dream of playing music also came with a lot of challenges, and one of those challenges was living on the road and being away from family and the people I loved. Well, we've got you two, but where the hell's Nut gone, hey? I've lost him again. Well, there goes Gary and Patch. I thought Nut might be there, but no. Well, other than the birds shitting all over it after I've painted it, it's looking pretty bloody good. But no Nut there either. Come back in, Po. Po. No, back in, Po. You leave those goats. Good girl. Looking for sheep shit on the paddock. You're a good dog, aren't you, Pace? Fucking right I am. Hey, Pace, get back in. Pace, back in. Good boy. There we go. You're a good dog. You know when to stay, don't you? Where the hell's Nut gone, eh? Where's he gone? Not over by the sheep. I guess loneliness is just a state of mind, eh? It's just where you're at in yourself. I don't know. Anybody else out there ever felt like that? Been around hundreds of people and felt completely alone? Or the opposite, you've been like completely alone and haven't seen people for days, like you might have been a colour working in the bush, living in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere, and there's no people for miles and you don't see people for days and you love it. I've had that where I've gone bush and I haven't wanted to come home, just have not wanted to come home, just completely love being in my own space, to the point you become an old fuddy-duddy and you don't want to return back to civilization. Here he is! Where you been, boy? Hey? Where you been, eh? Good dog. You've been buggering off, haven't you? Good dog. Oh, he's back in there. Let's get you in your kennel, eh, buddy? Come on, we'll get some tucker. Got no one staying here right now. First time in a long time it's been empty. My bro's moved out. My next job is tonight, well, I've still got some light, I'm going to tie up my beans and my tomatoes and water everything. Get in your box. In your box. That's not your box, Pace. Fucking right it is. No, that's not. That's nuts. Your box is over here. Pace, in your box. Up here, Pace. Come on. Post in her box. Do you think you're special, mate? You think you're coming? There you go. Now you're talking. Good boy. Good old possum. Well, possum actually. Yeah, I know you think you're getting some, but you're not. Bugger off, go on. This is dog sucker, not for you. Go on, bugger off. You got plenty of feed. You don't need it. You're fat ass. Look at this. Look at the size of you. Fat ass. And you, ducky, you're not having any either. There you go. You'll be getting that. Yep, chop chop. You don't really need it, Po, because you're too fat. But I'll give it to you anyway. What do you reckon? You want some? Eat up. You've had yours, Po. Right, big fella, you get twice as much as everybody else, don't you? Nice, gentle, good boy. Yep. I left the kayak up there because I thought I might head out tomorrow morning again, but probably not actually. Don't know what the hell's happened to my sunflower. Did you get too dry, mate? You're not doing a flash. Oh, your bloody petals are falling off. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign, is it? Uh-oh, not good at all. These are my beans and they're just like all over the ground. I think I need to tie them up, eh? So that's what I'm going to do. I think normally they have sticks, don't they? But I'm going to actually just put a bit of string. Going right to the top up there. Well, you're a bit clever, aren't you, eh? Oh, you're supposed to be in your box for bed. You're back out again. Come on. Back up. Try and do me beans. Come on, Po. How the hell you did that? I don't know how you got out. Just so food orientated. Stay in there, mate. Try that again. I think she's worked out how I've done that. Okay, you stay there. And don't come out. Okay? Good boy, Pace. This is the stuff I use. It's kind of stretchy. It's quite good, eh? It's actually designed for the job. Hey brothers and the occasional sister that's joined us down this yak around the farm. Thanks for your comments and hope this one finds you well. If you're not that well, then call someone, talk to someone, do something different, change the pattern. And if you know someone who's struggling, go and say g'day and just do something random with them and get talking. Open up those conversations, and maybe you might need to have the hard talk. And go steady. I'll see you in the next Bro Check Club video. See you later. Right, beans. You're going to tie beans up.